They're off. Prince Chandon from the inside got the best of the start and is a clear-cut leader on settling down from Landel and Here's Ronnie, and then Zexabil, Vitronite, followed by Count Scenario, Spycept, a length the Regal Touch, and then We're Dancing, followed by Norm's Bridal. Now Gypsy's Daughter's going to settle about fourth last, about 2 lengths to Luther, and Ocean Run being second last, and Tyrrell is the tail ender at the end of 400 metres going to the first corner. And here's Ronnie's rider keen to lead, and here's Ronnie dashes to the front of the back from Prince Chandon. Count Scenario third and travelling fourth, the inside Landelin, a little over a length the Zexabil on the inside of Spycept. Then comes Regal Touch, a length further back Vitronite on the inside of the New Zealand mare Gypsy's Daughter from We're Dancing, Tyrrell. Norm's Bridal, Luther second last, and Ocean Run back Stone Motherless. 1100 metres to run down the back of the Rosehill racecourse, and the leader is Here's Ronnie. 3/4 of a length on Prince Chandon. In third position Count Scenario, Landelin fourth. Regal Touch moving forward a trifle now from Zexabil, Spycept. A little over a length then coming Vitronite on the inside. Wider out on the track is Tyrrell, and then at the head of the others Gypsy's Daughter, followed by We're Dancing, Luther, and Norm's Bridal in company with Ocean Run of the joint tail enders down the side. They've got a little over 600 metres to travel here, and it's Here's Ronnie leading the Victorian Prince Chandon a length. 2 lengths away in the third position Count Scenario. Landelin's been given a good run throughout as travelling fourth, and over on the inside next as they race to the corner Zexabil, and then Regal Touch, and further away Spycept, Gypsy's Daughter, and Vitronite locked in as they turn the bend now, and straightening up Prince Chandon got a break from Here's Ronnie. Landelin called upon with Count Scenario. Vitronite poking up on the inside. Gypsy's Daughter's joining in, and so too Regal Touch, but the New Zealand mare hits the front. Gypsy's Daughter, she accelerated, she put 2 lengths. Regal Touch, Landelin can't go on, and Gypsy's Daughter is racing away now for Damien Oliver, and Gypsy's Daughter blitz Regal Touch and Landelin. Then We're Dancing, Tyrrell, Vitronite followed home by Spycept, Prince Chandon weak, and then Luther, Count Scenario, Zexabil, Here's Ronnie weak and right out of it, and the last 2 in were Norm's Bridal and Ocean Run.
5, Gypsy's Daughter on Super Tab to return 11.10 and 3.70. Number 9, Regal Touch, $2.40. 11, Lanelin, $2.10.
$3.90 for the place. Second and third, number 9, Regal Touch has run second, and the tote dividend is $2.70. And number 11, Lanelin third, $2.10. Quinella, $31.50. Exacta, $71.10. The trifecta, $306.30. And Gypsy's Daughter, trained by Richard D. from Cambridge for G. Hines, Mrs. G. Hodson, P. McVinney, and B. Jensen by Me Preferido from Jean Gordon. And 22 starts, 6 wins and 4 seconds. So she's certainly been a very successful mare. Damien Oliver seen to advantage. Now the horse has clocked 2 minutes point 51. 2 minutes point 51. 35.03 was the sectional. The record, the race record, is 2 minutes point 14. So they haven't been too far out here. She hasn't. Gypsy's Daughter taking the first, the margins to follow. Yeah, she was simply too good for them. Toyed with them over the concluding stages, and the acceleration she displayed near the 200 metres certainly stamps her as a mare of above average ability. Vitronite poked through along the inside, but you can't say much about the race in retrospect. The winner was a mile too good. 2 1/4 lengths, the winning margin, a short neck second and third, and here it totes in 4. Number 5, $12.30 and $4. Number 9, $2.70. Number 11, $2.10. Quinella, $31.50. Exacta, $71.10. And the trifecta, $306.30 after the first on Slipper Day.
On 2KY.
And they've broken in a good line as the first jump comes up immediately. Sheridan the inside takes off with Sir Richie, Bullwinkle and Flash. Ocean Bird deeper out on the track. Gee, they're getting into this hurdle course. Clods flying everywhere. Going up on the inside, Past Master, Nitro. Loose Truth is out deep from Extra Jovial, Real Zeal. And Ben Dancer drops back to the tail. They drive into the back, and the leader was Flash. Its stablemate Sir Richie sits second, just over a length away. Sheridan is third. A neck around it comes Ocean Bird, 2 to Bullwinkle, followed then by Loose Truth, Past Master, back along the inside. A length and a half to Nitro and Extra Jovial, and 2 to Real Zeal and Ben Dancer. The next jump, and the leader Flash over it nicely. Real Zeal's jumping okay today. Sir Richie sitting second. 2 lengths to Sheridan third, followed by Ocean Bird fourth. 1 1/2 to Bullwinkle. Loose Truth pulling up on the outside. A break of 2.5 lengths, then comes Past Master. Behind it, Extra Jovial Nitro. Ben Dancer and the favourite Real Zeal is last on the inside, some 15 lengths off the lead. Down the side they come and Flash, leading by 2.5 lengths. Sir Richie second, 3 lengths away. Third is Sheridan, followed then by Ocean Bird. Bullwinkle back on the inside of Loose Truth, still fired up at the head of the others, Past Master. 2.5 to Extra Jovial Nitro, Ben Dancer, and 3 last of all, given plenty of time, is Real Zeal as they come around the turn onto the course proper. The jump near the 100-metre mark, and the leader was Still Flash. 2 lengths Sir Richie second, the stablemates 1-2. 2.5 away third, Sheridan, followed by Ocean Bird and Bullwinkle, then Loose Truth settling a bit now. Behind it, Past Master out deep, Ben Dancer, Extra Jovial. Switching back inside, Past Master from Nitro, and last of all is Real Zeal. A round to go now, and at the 1,700 metres, the leader was Flash by a length. Flash getting off the fence, Sir Richie inside at 2 to Sheridan. A length away to Ocean Bird, followed by Bullwinkle. Loose Truth up on the outside of Past Master. The jumping has been very, very good. Ben Dancer is next from Nitro. Extra Jovial, and 3 last of all is Real Zeal. Past the 1,600 metres, and the leader was Still Flash. Sir Richie going to the outside of him now. Out deeper there is Sheridan, going very wide. Even deeper was Bullwinkle as they plough through that ground near that jump on the rail, saving ground. Past Master. Then Loose Truth. Ocean Bird made very good ground as they come to the second of the double to go up to be about fourth, but he made a mess of that, Ocean Bird. Bullwinkle's gone around him, Loose Truth and Extra Jovial. Real Zeal is under the whip, some 10 lengths behind the second last horse, Nitro, and Ben Dancer in front of those. Oh, he couldn't possibly win, Real Zeal, you wouldn't think from down there. He's going shockingly. They go by the 1,000 metres, and Sheridan now takes over from Flash. Sir Richie is third, Bullwinkle whipping up on the outside, then comes Ocean Bird, the rails. Deep out was Loose Truth making ground, followed by Extra Jovial, Past Master. A break of 8 lengths then to Ben Dancer, and 3 last of all is Real Zeal. Off the back they come inside the 800, the leader Sheridan, tackled by Bullwinkle. Loose Truth, then Sir Richie. Beaten is Flash. Ocean Bird getting up on the inside, wide out pulling deep there, Extra Jovial, and further back Past Master over the next, and that is the third last. The leader was now Loose Truth, let go from Bullwinkle. Sheridan, here's the second last coming up. Extra Jovial makes ground, then Sir Richie, Ocean Bird and Past Master, but around the turn inside the 400, the leader clear here, Loose Truth by 5 lengths. Sheridan getting another wriggle on Extra Jovial, Bullwinkle, then Sir Richie, Ocean Bird and Past Master, but at the 250, Loose Truth is a mile in front as he comes towards the last jump. Extra Jovial getting to second, and Sheridan, Bullwinkle and Sir Richie. Here's the last coming up. Loose Truth looks at it, measures it, comes to it, jumped it perfectly, and he's home. Extra Jovial holding down second, interest in the minors, but Loose Truth comes away to score comfortably in the hurdle, wins by some 5 lengths to Extra Jovial. Third tight, Sheridan getting up on the inside, Ocean Bird and Sir Richie out deep, then Bullwinkle, Past Master. Flash further back, then Nitro, behind it Ben Dancer, and Real Zeal has been pulled up.
And the winner number 10, Loose Truth, $9.90 and $3.20. 2 second, Extra Jovial, $2.90. For third, 5 Sheridan, $4.30, or 6 Ocean Bird, $3.30.
And on the Super Tab there, number 10, Loose Truth, $10.30, $2.80, 2 Extra Jovial to return a place dividend of $3.80. And those for third, 5 Sheridan, $4, or number 6 Ocean Bird at $3.80. Moving up at the Gold Coast for race number 1. We'll be heading there soon for the first on the program. That will be followed by Adelaide, race number 1. And the first on the program in Adelaide goes at 12:35.
They're off. Stowaway was the best to begin. Forest Jim got out pretty well, and O'Disgays up looking for the lead, followed by Now Voyager, Kincourt. Heptagon is going up very quickly. Shogun Lodge trapped out wide, followed by Padfoot Charlie. Oval Office second last, and Duty Officer is the tail ender. Heptagon hits the front, and as they complete almost 400 metres, Heptagon taken on by Stowaway. He wants to keep the lead. The rider on the grey, Stowaway. It's a length now. Heptagon the inside, Now Voyager, and Die working forward on Shogun Lodge to try and offset that wide posse, and he'll race up to the girth of the leader now. Entering the back past the 14, Stowaway, a half to 3/4 Shogun Lodge, 2.5 to Heptagon around Now Voyager, another couple of lengths to O'Disgay. One further back is Padfoot Charlie, then Forest Jim, Duty Officer, Kincourt second last, and Oval Officers last of all, back about 10 lengths from Stowaway. And heading to the 1,000 pole, it's Stowaway making play, about a length and 3/4 the favourite Shogun Lodge. Now Voyager travelling third on the inside of Heptagon, and then Padfoot Charlie O'Deskay, Forest Jim, and then Ken Court Duty Officer, and Oval Officers lobbing along at his leisure at the rear of the field. Onto the side they go, 800 metres out in the Perrier Tulloch, and here's a move from Ken Court, and Ken Court raced up to take on Stowaway. Shogun Lodge, a stablemate of Ken Court in third posse. Forest Jim letting rip now, he's going to fourth, then now Voyager, O'Deskay, Padfoot Charlie, Heptagon's called it a day. Oval Officers third last and second last duty officer as Heptagon has given up the ghost. Stowaway accelerated, and as they come round the corner it quickly beat off Ken Court. Now Voyager getting up on the inside as Stowaway's hung badly. O'Deskay, Forest Jim, and Shogun Lodge is now coming between now Voyager and Stowaway at the 200 marker, and Shogun Lodge. Di pulls the persuader on the favourite. He got a neck on now Voyager. Padfoot Charlie the roughie on the inside, fighting back is now Voyager from Shogun Lodge. Now Voyager, Shogun Lodge. Oh boy, and Padfoot Charlie has made it interesting on the outside. This is a three-horse war. Just reading from inside to out. Now Voyager, Shogun Lodge, Padfoot Charlie. By God, it could go anywhere of three ways. Followed home then by on the outside, Duty Officer, Oval Office, Ken Court, Stowaway, Forest Jim, and O'Deskay with tailed off Heptagon.
6 now Voyager, 17.90, 280. 1 Shogun Lodge, 230, 120. Or number 8 Padfoot Charlie, 91.50 and 9.60.
Not far away on the outside either. Let's have a look at this long shot as I get down towards the line here. And Shogun Lodge in the middle on that shot is very, very prominent. We're going to have a look at the longer shot now. No numbers up at the moment. Thriller in the Perrier Tulloch Stakes. And even on that shot, that outside horse is right there. The inside one on that shot looks to have got beaten, but Shogun has won it. Number 1 is the winner. Shogun Lodge has scored, ridden by Shane Dye. Number 6 is second, and that is Now Voyager, ridden by John Marshall. And number 8, Padfoot Charlie, is third, ridden by Rodney Quinn. The totes, the winner, 220 and 120, $3 second, 560 third, 1770 Quinella, 25.50 exacta, 582.50 was the trifecta dividend. The time for the race was 2:02.32. The race record here is 2 minutes .30. And the winner, Shogun Lodge, on target now for the AJC Derby next Saturday by Grand Lodge from Pride of Tarney. A great producing mare. Raced by B. Aquilina, Mrs. D. Samba, Bobby Thompson the trainer, P. Stramendanu and Ms. P.M. Barita, and ridden by Shane Dye. Is it going to be a huge one for Shane? The winning margin in a thriller was a short half head with a nose separating second and third, 2:02.32, 34.66 the sectional time, and number 2 was fourth, Oval Office. All right, that was a great finish, and the victor, Shogun Lodge. He will derive a good deal of benefit from that run, having missed that start the other day because of the rain-affected track. He got there in the nick of time, and here are the totes. Number 1, 220 and 120. Number 6, $3. And number 8, 560. 1770 Quinella. 25.50 exacta. 582.50 the trifecta. What a huge run by Padfoot Charlie, eh? The brother to Final Fantasy. And he's going to make a horse, I think. Padfoot Charlie. One more bound. He wins the race. Back to the studio more shortly.
On 2K.
And the Spring Warrior began well, going through in the centre, Cosset. Lust No More up handy, followed by Polish Party, Liberty Lad, Blue Mar Winner and Super Elegant. 800 metres out, tightly packed, moving time just in front of Cosset, Liberty Lad, 3 deep. 4 wide, Chicago Golden, going through in the centre, Polish Party, followed by Spring Warrior. Then Lust No More, ridden up, Blue Mar winner, and the length off last of all is Super Elegant, but only 3.5 lengths first to last. Moving Time Cosset heading towards the turn from Liberty Lad giving ground. Then Chicago Gold, Blue Mar winner, Super Elegant letting go out deep. Polish Party struggling from Spring Warrior. And then Lust No More, Cosset and Moving Time on the turn by a length. Super Elegant moving up quickly, and also Blue Mar winner the centre, followed by Liberty Lad. And then Spring Warrior 200 metres out, Cosset in front. Super Elegant the outside has gone up quickly. They're headed off clear of Blue Mar winner. Super Elegant took the lead from Cosset. Then Blue Mar winner, Super Elegant, hands and heels in front, and Super Elegant gets in. Super Elegant only won by a head. 2 Cosset, Blue Mar winner third, a gap then to Spring Warrior, Liberty Lad, followed by Lust No More, Chicago Gold. Next in Polish Party, and Moving Time was last.
And the winner number 9, Super Elegant, 10.60, 2.90, 4 Cosset, $2.40, third 11 Blue Mar Wiener, $6.30, correct weight on the previous Kembla, 8.37.
On the Super Tab, number 9, that was Super Elegant to return $7.60 and $2.70. 4 for second, and that being Cosset, returning $1.70, and number 11 Blue Mar Wiener to pay $6.60. 9 for 11. Now, with that late scratching in Melbourne, 4 Cosset became the sub there. It ran second, so 4 became the sub in Melbourne, race number 2. Moving up.
Away with Zastoff and Beauty Bell, and Dan Glisser from the very wide alley bounced out in front from Flickering Fire. Stella Marie is right there, so too is Londolosi, Beat the Fade, and Gilded Angel, followed by Rubatoff, Miss Danehill, and then Zatella working up on the inside of staging. Zastoff is wider out from Pace Invader Sorrento, and then Beauty Bell. Well back in the field is Mary McCree, and the same for Little Paddy. They travel along past the 1,000. Dan Glisser across now, and from that wide alley, Dan Glisser onto the rails, a length Flickering Fire, Gilded Angel in third position, followed closely by Londolosi, trapped out very wide, Beat the Fade, one off the rails. Then Stella Marie on her inside, Rubatoff, followed by Miss Danehill, Zastoff staging, Zatella over on the fence, and then Sorrento. Pace Invaders a long way back, so too on her inside, Beauty Bell at about 2 lengths to Little Paddy and a half to Mary McCree. Travelling to the corner, 450 left to run, and Dan Glisser leads the way, 3/4 of a length on Flickering Fire. Wider out is Londolosi, Gilded Angel looking for the run from Beat the Fade. Likewise, she's into the clear now, and then a gap to Rubatoff. Pace Invaders taken to the extreme outside, is still 4th last. It's Dan Glisser giving a mighty sight at the 200. Dan Glisser a length and a half on Gilded Angel, and then comes Beat the Fade, and nothing else a chance, but this is the real Dan Glisser on the outside. Gilded Angel won't get her, and Dan Glisser, a great win from the wide alley. Gilded Angel second, Zatella third, then Beat the Fade, followed home by Rubatoff, Londolosi, Stella Marie, Beauty Bell staging, Sorrento, Pace Invader, never a threat, then Zastoff, Miss Danehill, Mary McCree, and the last 2 were Little Patty and Flickering Fire.
3 Dan Glisser to pay $8.40, $3.10. 10 Gilded Angel, $3.30. 9 Zatella, $3.20.
Glisser drew out near the oil refinery, across onto the rails in next to no time, and in the Star Thoroughbred colours, the purple with the white stars and cap, she blitzed them. Great performance, and she'll now head to the Doncaster Handicap in all likelihood next Saturday afternoon. Number 3, Dan Glisser, has paid $8.70 and $3.20. Number 10 is second, and that is Gilded Angel, and her dividend is $4.20. And number 9 in third spot, Zatella, and she's paid $2.90. The official 4th was number 6, and that was Beat the Fade. Dan Glisser, trained by Gay Waterhouse for Mrs. C. Hobart, the Edwards Hughes Racing Syndicate, P. Lazoo, Mrs. V. Anderson, S. Chong, and the Got the Hots Racing Syndicate, and is by Dan Zero, who won a golden slipper, of course, here a few years ago out of Vreeland, trained, as I say, by Gay and ridden by Chris Muntz, and has clocked 1:28.27, 1:28.27. It's outside the record held by Excited Angel, and sectional was 33.92, very fast last 600, and she won by 3/4 of a length with 1 3/4 between second and third. Gay was very confident of her chances here this afternoon, as was well documented, and she's certainly been spot on with an outstanding win from such a wide alley to the grand filly, Dan Glisser. Yeah, well, what more can you say? She drew out the pie stalls and still won, and had probably something in reserve as the line has been reached as we check the official dividends. Number 3, Dan Glisser, 870 and 320. Number 10, second, Gilded Angel, paid 420. And at number 9 in third spot, Zatella, paid 290. The Quinella, 56.90. 56.90 exact is 104.60, 104.60. And the trifecta, $1,286.40. $1,286.40. That's the story of the Novotel Queen of the Turf.
Off they go. And they've jumped away in a good line near the inside. Belly Keneally first to go, with also Tickle My and Archer away quickly. Smites his relish just a little bit. From the outside, the bolter going forward, Poetic Mist, and will take up the lead. Trying to track it over there was Scepter. Back behind those runners was Robics. On the inside came Madame Plume, caressing his last, and just in front of it is Star Render. Into the back, 1200 out, and Poetic Mist by a length. Belly Keneally, Archu and Tickle My. The leader drops the pace here. A couple of these now starting to fight the riders. On the outside, Scepter caught out 3 deep. Madame Plume back along the inside from Smites' Relish, 3 deep just a little bit. Then comes Aerobic, Star Render and Caressing. 900 metres out along the back, and the leader Poetic Mist leading by a neck to Belly Keneally. 2 lengths to Tickle My on the outside of Archu. Now letting go is Caressing going forward as this pace is still ordinary. 800 metres out, then Scepter. Madame Plume back along the inside. I'll need some luck there. Going around it just a little bit, Smites' Relish. Then Aerobics and Star Render is last and now pulling deep. Down towards the 650, and Belly Keneally and Caressing have gone past Poetic Mist. Archu pulling away from the rails. Madame Plume trying to get out is blocked away at the moment. Going forward, Star Render, Tickle My and Scepter. Then just a little bit, Smites' Relish and Aerobics as they come to the turn. 400 out. Belly Keneally, Star Render, Caressing, and now Tickle My getting a split. Madame Plume getting out also, starting to work home out deep on the track, followed by Archu. And then comes back in the field, Scepter and Smites' Relish around the corner. Star Render, Tickle My. Madame Plume coming out deep to make its run, followed by Belly Keneally. Madame Plume after Star Render and Tickle My. Madame Plume the outside reached the lead. Tickle My fighting back on the inside. Madame Plume in front near home, and Madame Plume gets in. Madame Plume by a long head. 2 Tickle My, Star Render third, 4th in Smites' Relish. Then Belly Keneally, Caressing, followed by Scepter just a little bit. Then Archu, well back came Aerobics, and last in was Poetic Mist.
3 Madame Plume, 360 for the win, $1.60 the place. 1 Tickle My, 190, third 8 Star Render at $2.40.
And they're at the barrier, Gold Coast.
318 there in Melbourne. Number 3, Madame Plume to return, 360, 160. Number 1, Tickle My, 190. 8 Surrender, $2.40. New South Wales dividends there.
360, 161, Tickle My 190, 8 Star Ender 240, Quinella 650, Exacta 1440, 318 Trifecta $80. In the 4th,
We'll have
They're off this time. They came away in a very good line too, and actually who's going to lead? It's narrowly Hill of Grace on the inside from Miss Zoe. In third position is Sar Watch. Glimmers improving from Dotteressa. Adalta Tributes Kirkstall Lane, and So Let's is wide and last. Hill of Grace is the leader, and as they race towards the 1600 marker, has a lead of about a length on Miss Zoe, followed by Glimmers going up quickly. Sar Watch on the inside from Dotteressa. So Let's starts to make some ground over Kirkstall Lane, Adalta, and Tributes drops out to last. They work to the back, and Brian York goes to the lead now on Glimmers. So Let's 3/4 of a length away second. Hill of Grace on the inside of Adalta going up smartly. About 2 lengths further back in the field. On the inside is Sar Watch, followed closely by Miss Zoe, Dotteressa, Kirkstall Lane, and Tributes last about 8 lengths from Glimmers. Down the back of the course they run towards the 1100 marker, and the leader is Glimmers. York well up on the irons, and the filly keen to run. She's a length and a half. So Let's. Hill of Grace on the inside, a half length away third, and nearly 2 lengths to Adalta, followed by Sar Watch, Miss Zoe, then Kirkstall Lane, Dotteressa, and Tributes last, but about to make some ground. Working to the side in the Ansett Australia Stakes past the 800 pole. Little or no change in the order, and Glimmers the pilot by just over a length now. On So Let's, Hill of Grace the favourite, parked away third. Adalta is 4th, and then Sar Watch the rails. Miss Zoe followed by Kirkstall Lane. Tributes hard ridden, and last of all is Dotteressa. They sprint now, coming to the corner at the 500, and Glimmers in front, only a half length or so. Moving up to put the pressure to Glimmers on the outside. So Let's. Hill of Grace is into the clear, and on the inside Sar Watch. Adalta is joining in. They run down to the 200. Glimmers, Hill of Grace and Adalta followed then on the inside. So Let's, but Hill of Grace and Adalta. Here's the roughie Kirkstall Lane from Miss Zoe. It's Hill of Grace, Adalta, Kirkstall Lane, Miss Zoe, but Hill of Grace, she's a goodie. She pulls out plenty. And Hill of Grace has beaten Kirkstall Lane. Wide out on the track in a photo was Miss Zoe over on the inside. Starwatch, close for the minors. And then come at Belter, Tributes, Glimmers, Solets and Dotteressa. Oh, she pulled it out when it was needed.
1 Hill of Grace to pay $1.80 and $1.20. Those for the minors, 10 Kirkstall Lane, $22.50. 5 Miss Zoe, $3.90.
On Hill of Grace, number 1 at $1.80, $1.10, a dour staying performance. And looking every inch an AJC Oaks prospect. Number 10 is second. Oh, what a run by Kirkstall Lane. For a fleeting moment, I thought that the bolter in the field was going to take a ton of toppling, but found Hill of Grace just a shade too good. Kirkstall Lane, number 10, is second at $21.50. And number 5, Miss Zoe, has run third, ridden by Mark de Montfort at $3.80. The numbers are 1, 10 and 5. We'll have the superfecta placing shortly. The Quinella is $164. The exacta is about to be posted at $251.50. The trifecta is $1,364.50. And the New South Wales extra double 3 and 1, $25.60. The superfecta was 110.5,638, not 1. 110.5,638, not 1. Obviously, the second horse would have probably thrown most out of superfecta contention. The winner, Hill of Grace, is by the great Zabeel. So there's another Group 1 success to the Sir Patrick Hogan stallion Zabeel out of Carmel Valley, bred by the Trelawney Stud Limited, raced by Mr. T.W. Jarvis and trained at Tiawa Mutu by Robert Prescott and ridden by Brett Preble, has won by 3/4 of a length with a short head between second and third. The time was 2:02.99, 2:02.99, and that is a new record. That is a new race record. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's just outside Denendry. Just outside Denendry. And the sectional run is 34.63. 34.63. So, Hill of Grace proving a little too good. And, by gee, I tell you what, with that run under her belt, her first since the 25th of March when she won the Moonee Valley Oaks, she's going to strip a very, very fit commodity for the AJC Oaks. And just the way she pulled away in that last little bit indicates that she is just a real top-notch stayer. And of course, it's worth remembering she was just beaten in the New Zealand Oaks at Trentham by She's Country. Shame she didn't run today. And of course, she ran second in the New Zealand Derby, beaten narrowly by Hades. So that's one thing she can do. She'll stay. Here are Toads.
Moving in Perth.
Followed by Chandon and Ice is second last, and Livonia dropped out to last. Down the side they travel, and Bobbert just in advance of Gold again. Ruthless Tycoon in the centre, just behind them. Dapper Zap is deeper on the track, followed by Rory's Power. Card Queen over on the outside, a length and a half further back to Chardon and Ice, followed by Gotham Ruler. Unreal Target dropping out, and last of all Livonia on the turn. Bobbert tackled quickly by Ruthless Tycoon. It's Bobbert on the inside, and Ruthless Tycoon looks to be going a bit the better. Takes the lead, coming up towards the 200-metre mark is clear now. Bobbert over on the outside. Card Queen was running home well, and Chardon and Ice is flashing up along the inside. It's flying home, Chardon and Ice. It's got up. Chardon and Ice on the inside, won it by a long neck on the line to Ruthless Tycoon. Card Queen is third. Bobbert has run fourth, and back behind them then came Dapper Zap, followed next home by Unreal Target, Gotham Ruler, Gold again, and Rory's Powers run last.